head is framed up. I think on the YouTube page, might be a little short. Look at that. I'm gonna rotate myself down. We see you, chat room. What's going on, everybody? We're almost, we hit the live button. You should be able to see us. We're gonna get this thing rocking as soon as I get my forehead in gear here. And my hairline is right there. It's holding on for dear life. All right, so I should be lined up. Somebody said you look like Inspector Deck. Oh, Birdman? No, somebody said you look like Birdman in the thumbnail. Trinidad Figueroa. All right. So I think I'm looking good. I'm gonna give people a couple of seconds to get in here. So we got a fun show tonight, y'all. So this is kind of like we don't have like a set agenda. You know, my man Vyyyper here is blessing us with this appearance to come on and talk. You know, Vyyyper is one of these, you know, I don't even know how old you are, but you're a young gun, in my opinion, because you are, interjecting a lot of energy into the tech game. So he's joining us today, and he has a couple of channels. He actually just launched a new one. So I left both his channels and also his social media links in the description of this video. So make sure you guys click on that, subscribe to his channels, follow him on Twitter and on Instagram. So I got those linked down below in the description. And give him some love. Give him some love. What's up, Brooks? How's it going?
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you.
Oh yeah, for sure. All right, Vyyyper. So like for people who are just like maybe seeing you for the first time, just give them like a little synopsis of who you are and what you do, man.
I can do that. Definitely. So what's up, people? This your boy Vyyyper, the man about tech. Obviously, I make tech videos on YouTube, primarily about Apple, but tomorrow we do have a Samsung Unpacked event, which I'm sure me and Mark will talk about here in a few minutes, so I cover that stuff as well. But basically just make tech videos on the YouTube, talk about tech on Twitter and different things like that. So I eat, sleep, breathe technology, been loving technology practically my entire life. So 4 years ago, I decided to start doing YouTube videos about it, and here we are. So that's why we're here.
Yeah. And where are you located now? Because I know you were in Chicago, but you moved out west, right?
No. I'm still in Chicago.
Oh, you still in Chicago? Oh.
Yeah. Still here.
Oh, look at that. I gotta get up there. I think I'm supposed to be I might be coming up there in well, that's a long time away, in like October or so, but I might get
You make it sound like 5 minutes away.
I know. I'm like in tech time, that is like a light year away when it comes to tech. But yeah, I gotta get up there, man. It's not too far from out here in St. Louis.
Yeah, man, you like a 5-hour drive, man.
Yeah. We gotta get some more tech in the Midwest, man. Everybody want to be on the East Coast, West Coast.
Yeah. Like we don't do tech in the Midwest. Come on now.
Yeah. We're gonna have some more events. Every time like I mess with like Samsung and all these companies, I'm like, man, you gotta hold an event. I always bring up like Chicago. Like that'll be cool to have like a change in scenery. We have one of these big unveils and conferences and stuff once things get back to normal.
Yeah. And not like big events don't happen in Chicago. The auto show at the end of the week, and it's in Chicago here. So come on, go.
Let's do it. So I'm talking about. We gotta get them. We're gonna work on that. All right. So y'all in the chat room, like we are checking you out in the chat room. What's up, Don? What's up, Niavik? What's up, Joey? What's up, Brooks? Oh, what's up? We got Bowman in here. What's up, man? All right, so we're gonna be talking, but if you got any like comments or questions, like hit us up. We're gonna be paying attention to the chat room and answering your stuff. But like Vyyyper just mentioned before, like tomorrow we have the Samsung Unpacked event, the first one of 2022, and this is gonna be a big one. So we know they're announcing the Galaxy S22 lineup, and I think that this phone is going to be a big one because they alluded in their kind of the first press release for it that they're looking at combining like, what we loved about the Galaxy Note and bringing it over to the S series line. So we can probably already assume that's going to bring, S Pen support. Is going to bring some of those things that I think a lot of Galaxy Note owners have been missing from the, well, actually, I mean, with the S21, you had S Pen support, but bringing that, maybe more integrated into the system and things is going to be kind of cool. So, first, Mike, just what are your thoughts? Like, what are you kind of looking forward to tomorrow? And what type of direction you think like Samsung's going to take?
Man, I am so excited about this event tomorrow because I'm looking forward to the S22 Ultra Note, whatever the hell they call it. That is what I'm looking forward to because the Galaxy Note phones were always my favorite Android phones every year. So when we didn't get one last year, I was like, oh, this is not a good look. But this year, we know that they're merging the S line and the Note line together, and it's going to be in the form of the S22 Ultra with that Galaxy Note box boxy shape, that form factor that we know and love with the Note series. So I'm looking forward to seeing just how much they pack into that Ultra because we know the S22 is out there, the S22 Plus is out there, but I mean, y'all can have that. I want the big boy. I want the S22 Ultra Galaxy Note Edition, whatever they call it, and I want to see how much stuff they pack into there because the cool thing, Soldier, is that the S21 Ultra came out early last year, and even at the end of 2021, it was still the best smartphone on the market at the end of the year. So I just want to see if we're going to continue that trend in 2022 with the S22 Ultra.
Yeah, like I switched over my SIM card into my S21, S21 Ultra, and yeah, because I mean, testing out so many phones throughout the year, you kind of forget about some of these other phones that come out, like you said earlier in the year. And this phone is a beast, man. Fingerprint scanner, awesome. Camera's awesome. Build quality, the display, like yeah, like you said, like you forget like about some of these phones that come out early this year, but yeah, I think this is that really big smartphone launch of the year, and I think that combining what we like with the Note is going to be big. And then I'm interested to see what camera enhancements. I think Samsung
Mm.
they nailed the display, they nailed the fingerprint scanner, they nail all that stuff, and I'm liking what they're doing with One UI. But at the end of the day, like those cameras is where I want to see like that big jump up in it. So like especially like with space zoom too, like because I like the 100 times space zoom. But if they can continue to make that better and make that range in between, maybe 30 times zoom and 50 times zoom, even better quality, that's what I'm looking forward to, man.
What you doing with Face Zoom, bro? What you doing out there? You looking at the arc out
Hey,
there? I know what
yeah,
you're doing.
no creeping, no creeping.
Yeah, I know what you're doing out there in St. Louis. I know what you're doing out there.
No, I ain't doing no creeping, no creeping. But yeah, Space Sim was fun, man. But what was your favorite Samsung phone from last year? Was it the S21 Ultra or was it one of those foldables?
So here's the cool thing. I did not purchase any of the Samsung foldables last year because I still have my Galaxy Z Fold 2 from 2019, and this
Hmm.
phone's a beast. So I did buy the S21 Ultra early in the year, and that ended up being my phone of the year. When I did my own smartphone awards, I gave the phone of the year to the S21 Ultra. As well, I guess Marquette Brownlee did as well too. So I guess we both thought it was the
He's
best phone
copying you,
last
man.
year.
He's copying you. You gotta get
I don't know.
you
I
gotta
don't know
file
about
that
all
copyright
that.
claim.
I don't know about all that, but that S21 Ultra was just such a great phone. It literally checked all the boxes. It did everything that you want a smartphone to do right there from your pocket. And again, I'm really excited to see what Samsung brings to the table tomorrow with the S22 Ultra because we know it's going to be better than the S21 Ultra, but how much better can Samsung make what was already a great phone? So we know that the S Pen is going to be naturally integrated into the phone in time with its own stylo. Are we going to get new S Pen feature? Because that's always a big thing with these phones that have S Pen support. So, like you said, they always know the display. Uh, I mean, the camera system was already good. We had a 40 megapixel front facing camera, 108 megapixel rear cameras, and with like what 3 lenses or whatever. So, yeah, what can they do? Because the S21 Ultra was so good. What can they do this year to make it even better?
Yeah, that's one of the problems with like smartphones now is that they're so good. Like I was thinking about a question. I need to tweet this out. It was like when was the last time you were using your phone and you were like, man, this isn't powerful enough. Like I need more power because like for me, it's like these phones are so good to the average consumer. I mean, you don't need to upgrade. I mean, once every 4 years, you're going to be still good with a pretty great phone. Now, for us techies, we want to try that latest and greatest all the time, even if it's like incremental updates. But I think even us, and I think even as just as general consumers, we're like, to keep us trying to get us to upgrade every year, it's tough, man. Like because these phones are already so solid, and like again, this S21 Ultra a year old, and I'm this thing feels. I mean, it can do everything I actually ever want, but like you said, I'm hoping Samsung can pull something out of the hat and kind of change up the game a little bit. I'm looking for that one feature that really changes up the game, like something we haven't seen before.
Yeah, and that's the thing that we have to remember. Me and you, we are hardcore techies, so we get new phones every single year. But the average person gets a new phone every 2 to 3 years. So for a lot of people out there, this new phone is going to blow their mind because they haven't had a phone in 2 to 3 years. But for me and you, it'll be an iterative update at best. But still, like you said, if Samsung can have that one ballpark feature that just blows our minds, then that's what we'll be talking about for the next few months until the new iPhone come out.
Oh, yeah, for sure, for sure. And was looking in the chat room. We got Fly Phoenix back in here. Welcome back. She's always dropping through. And Bowman is saying, BW1 is saying, I'm still rocking my Note 20 Ultra as my main and my Pixel 6 Pro as
Woo!
the second. Plenty of power in both. Yeah, like
That, mm.
yeah, and like I bought up my notes and I've been updating this thing all day because I haven't used it in so long. But yeah, I bought this thing out just to kind of like prepare myself to look at. All right, let me get a good feel of this and see, just to kind of see what they're going to be bringing tomorrow in the Unpacked event. But yeah, this phone is still a monster, man. It's still a
That
monster, and I
Note
love this
20
design too.
Ultra, that Note 20 Ultra was an absolute beast.
Yeah, and this color too. This bronze. Oh man, like
Mm.
crazy good, crazy good. All right, let's see what else. Oh, Sony's in here. Sony Dixon, what's up? What's up? Um,
Is it Sony or is
so
it Sunny? I
so
always call him Sunny.
yeah, which is it? Which is it? Sunny or Sony? Did I say Sony?
You said Sony. You
Hey
might be right though.
man.
You might be right. I don't know. We don't know.
I Sony. So I'm gonna say both Sony. I'm gonna put up one or two as far as which one is the right one. So is it Sony or Sunny? I'm still thinking about the acquisition. I'm trying to get Sony to buy my channel, man. They bind up all these developers. Microsoft, I need y'all to acquire Soldier Knows Best, and now
Oh, you put yourself out there. Huh? You throwing it out
yeah,
there.
yeah,
Okay,
oh yeah,
okay.
to the highest bidder. Highest bidder, come on. What if YouTube starts? I mean, I guess YouTube kind of does that already with like gaming. They get the gaming creators and stuff like Twitch and all that stuff. But that'll be kind of cool if they start doing that with like different creators outside of the gaming space. Like, all right, I don't want you talking technically anywhere else. I need to lock you down and get you a contract.
I mean, heck, if you're big enough and relevant enough and influential enough, you never know, man. You never know.
Yeah, yeah. That'll be some shockwaves.
Oh,
That'll be some
absolutely,
shockwaves. And they offer
absolutely.
Marquez. They offer Marquez like 500 million. I don't want to see you nowhere else, man. You stay on YouTube.
Lockdown.
Yeah, that'll be crazy. All right, so yeah, that's Samsung. What else could Samsung do tomorrow? I think their watches have been, well, they dropped some watches last year. I don't know if we'll see some watches at this event though.
I think the only other thing that they were talking about maybe is a new tablet, maybe a Tab 8 or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And Android tablets have been kind of interesting. I feel like they've definitely been getting better, especially Samsung. They are keeping them relevant. Ever since like Google kind of got out the tablet game as much, and I think Android tablets still have that. I think it's a good opportunity to be able to jump in and really go full force to try to take some of that market share from the iPad, which is going to be incredibly difficult. But I think with the iPads, they're so consistent, it's so good. It's in the same type of smartphone space where you don't need to upgrade your iPad, but once every few years. And yeah, so we'll see if Samsung can bring some of that heat with any new tablets that they announce. That'll be cool.
Anybody that pay any type of attention to me for the past 2 years know that I will tell you the best Android tablet is an iPad. But if anybody on Android can make a quality tablet, it is definitely Samsung. They usually make Android tablets out there, and usually the only ones that actually matter.
Yeah. Oh, what was that? The 3 GOAT Nexus 7 was the dopest Android tablet. Yo, I was actually doing some spring cleaning, well, winter cleaning. And like I actually came across my freaking Nexus 7s. That thing was the perfect size. Like, oh man, I missed that. That was the best. I would say that's the best Android tablet that came out. It was perfect for everything.
But
The
but but
great
can we
size.
be serious for a second here? You have been doing tech content for over 10 years. How much tech stuff do you have in your house? Your house must be buried in tech items at this point, bro.
Dude, it's ridiculous. I was
I
a
bet.
hoarder, man, until like 2 years ago. I was like, yo, this is ridiculous. I got storage units, I got all this stuff. I was like, man, I gotta get this stuff out of here. So yeah, man. So like my friends like me a lot. I tell them like if you need something, man, like just hit me up. I got you. And
yo,
so yeah, I do like
yo,
garage sales. I literally do garage sales for my friends, and I just put things at very aggressive pricing. Like, look, I need space here, and haggling. You don't need to haggle because stuff is already good price.
Told you no best be on the phone with his realtor. Like, listen, I need a house with 3 bedrooms, 2 tech rooms, and a tech bathroom for all my tech stuff.
Yeah, man. Like it's ridiculous. It's in a good way, but yeah, it's ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. Like I do. Oh god. But yeah, it's a good problem to have. Good problem to have.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt.
Oh yeah. All right. So what else has been in the news? So I think with what else is around the corner? Yeah, with gaming. Yeah, let's talk about gaming, man. Like I think I kind of hit on the acquisitions that Microsoft and Sony are doing. They're buying up all these developers and publishers and trying to build up their catalog. And both of them right now are saying, look, we want to keep things normal. Our games are still going to show up on everybody's platform. But a part of me is like, man, in like 5 years, it's going to be like, nah, Call of Duty.
No.
That's you you ain't gonna find that anywhere else but here. Like, what? So I mean, what do you think about it? How do you think how do you think this is gonna turn out?
So, like I said, Call of Duty is under contract to appear on PlayStation for another 3 years, even after Microsoft acquired Activision Blizzard. So, PlayStation fans, don't worry, you got Call of Duty for into 2024. After that, it's a wrap. I don't know why I keep having to say this, but I'm gonna say it again for the people in the back. You do not spend almost $70 billion to give your competition help, to placate to your competition. Microsoft brought Activision Blizzard to make that stuff exclusive, most of it anyway, to Xbox. Because what's happening, as you know, Soldier, is that Microsoft is trying to build up the Xbox Game Pass offering, the portfolio, the exclusive content that can only be had on Xbox Game Pass. You don't go spend $8 billion for Bethesda and another 74 Activision Blizzard to keep games on PlayStation. Now, yes, they will be on PlayStation through the life of their contract, but once those contracts are over with, that's it. Microsoft is going to have that stuff exclusive to Xbox because that's how they want to get Sony customers over into the Game Pass ecosystem.
Yeah, that's one of those things. Like the only thing I could think that could stop that is just, I mean, it still is a lot of money coming in, right? So if Microsoft has Call of Duty and if it's still on the on the PlayStation, that still is a lot of money in microtransactions and game sales. That their shareholders and everybody was like, all right, if they stop selling on the PlayStation, then that means they're missing out on per year, I don't know, hundreds of millions of dollars. But Microsoft will probably be like, well, look, eventually, if they want to play Call of Duty, it's going to be PC or Xbox, and maybe those first 3 years are going to be a little rough, but a lot of those gamers will switch over and buy the new system, so that'll equal more money, and then also buy the game for it. So yeah, it's a tricky thing. I hope that they don't like. I hope both companies kind of just keep everything the same, and or at least mostly the same. I know some things will change, maybe some console exclusives and stuff, but yeah, because I think for the gamers, for us, man, like it will suck if we do see these big games only become like one console specific. Yeah, business wise, I think we all will get it, but I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see how that turns out.
Yeah, and I keep hearing the thing about how people say that Microsoft will be losing too much money to bring Call of Duty exclusively to Xbox. Listen, it's not just about Call of Duty, yo. Microsoft wants to bring people into the Xbox ecosystem because they want that subscription revenue. Or if you don't want to sign up for the subscription or whatever, then you'll buy the game full price on Microsoft, and then you'll be into the Xbox ecosystem because you're not just going to buy Call of Duty. Once they get you into the ecosystem, you're going to buy Call of Duty, maybe check out some other games that they offer, different things like that, and you're in. Microsoft is going to make a ton more money getting customers into the ecosystem as opposed to them what money they lose by making it exclusive because it's all about getting customers into the ecosystem. Okay, once they get these customers into the ecosystem, that is going to produce more money than they will lose by not keeping the game on PlayStation. So it's all about business at the end of the day.
Oh yeah, for sure. Before we keep going on, Rich Lux hit us up with the super chat. Said I grew up watching your videos. I appreciate that. Again, I feel old, man. I've had some people say, yeah, man, I was in like middle school and like even elementary or some crap. I don't know,
I
but it
bet
was
you,
like,
I bet you that at least one comment every video you post, you get that comment.
oh yeah, oh yeah. I get the I've been watching you, and I get the where you been. You don't make videos anymore. I'm like, I make videos, man, but the algorithm or whatever does. But yeah, I appreciate that, Rich, man. I appreciate you all who have been watching or you did watch back in the day. It's been crazy, man. It's been close to 15 years, but that's been fun. But yeah, that's a good kind of segue and talking about like being creators because like when did you start doing YouTube?
2018.
2018. All right, so yeah, you still a young buck in the game, and so like, but like it's so crazy how things have changed. Like I think I did my first in college. I did like a bunch of goofy videos on a whole nother channel, but that was like 2006, and I think I did my first in 2007, and like in a big way, well, it's like kind of 50-50. So I can't really relate to what it is for a creator starting now, right? I like in some ways I can just from experience, but like the mindset as far as when you're starting a channel right now is I would believe is totally different from how it was back in the day. So like for you, like what made you want to start doing it? And two, like what was that kind of initial experience in the beginning when you started your channel, you came up with the name, you started uploading videos. How was that kind of those beginnings?
I love how you and BW over here calling me young, and I'm probably older than both of you. But we'll leave that alone, though. We'll leave that alone. But anyway, so yeah, to your point, starting a YouTube channel today is probably vastly different from what it was 15 years ago because you have to be so more focused today. If when you were doing it 15 years ago, YouTube was still a baby, and nobody knew what the platform would become. So you can go out there and build a channel however you want to build it. You can put whatever content you want to put on the channel, but because there's so much more competition today, you have to be more focused in the content that you put out. Like when I started this new channel this year, my first 20 videos or so were Apple videos. And you have to be that focused because there's so much competition. If you try to do variety content, people can't get a gauge of what you're going to bring to the table each and every time that you upload. And that worries people. That makes people nervous. If they can't get a beat on you, if they can't read you, they're probably not going to stick around because again, there's so much competition. But if you can become known for something on YouTube, then people are much more likely to stick around today because you are the subject matter expert in that particular area that you choose, and then they know what to expect from you each and every time you upload a video.
Yeah, I got this freaking love face person in the chat going crazy.
You got the bot. You got the bot, man.
Yeah.
Where's your
I
exterminator?
already blocked him like 2 times already, coming back with different names and stuff. Who's this person? Who's that? Who's that in there? I think that's Austin Evans, man. He's always been coming at me trying to.
You gonna blame Austin Evans?
I'm blaming everyone. Now, well, you know what? It's funny you say that because I'm like the total opposite. Now, but you're right. Like I think with YouTube, especially, YouTube and staff, they say, look, you need to find that thing and focus on that and hone on that, and that helps with the system, the search results, and people like they know what to recommend of your channel. If you talk cars, if you talk Apple, if you talk Samsung, but for me, like going back ever since back in the day, I always wanted to kind of just talk about anything I wanted to talk about at the moment. Like for a few years, I was heavily Apple focused, but I've always like kind of talked about a little bit of everything. And yeah, in the past couple of years, again, because I've been around for so long, and I'm kind of realistic, I'm never going to reach 100 million subscribers or anything like that. I've been doing this on this channel for so long. But for me, what kind of works in a way, not when it comes to numbers as far as views and stuff, but as far as like my sanity and my happiness as a creator, like I love not knowing exactly what I'm going to be working on every single week. So I cover all types of things. Like you can find electric bikes and project. Yeah, because I think it's kind of like you said, if you get into the space and like you're focused on Apple or you're focused on smartphones, you have to bring something different to it than whatever everyone else is doing. And because every day there's 100 new tech creators coming out, which is a great thing, it gets very crowded. So you trying to stand out is hard. So for you, I know it's your energy level, it's your excitement, it's your personality that's big for you. But then somebody like Rene Ritchie is like he's bringing this. He has like the information that he has. He's like a freaking machine in his head. He says stuff about Apple that I just never even heard of. So he's kind of like the Gerald Undone of Apple, or Gerald Undone is the Rene Ritchie of cameras. But
amazing analogy. Yes, you are exactly right. That is exactly who Rene is. Yep.
Yeah, because when you watch it, I can watch a 10-minute video just mostly him, and it's just like, all right, there's a lot of information that that I would just wouldn't have thought about. So that's how he differentiates himself. But I would say for creators, especially starting, that it is good to kind of be a little bit varied. At least that's kind of worked for me because again, my numbers for every video isn't fantastic, but I'm making relationships and with those different brands and those different categories, and that opens up a lot of like brand opportunities.
Oh yeah.
If you're like a smartwatch person, you might not get that brand opportunity from the projector side or laptop people. And so, I love the variedness of what I do. So yeah, but that's one of the main reasons why, because you have started, and I'm pretty sure you have looked at, what has been working, and you talk with a lot of other creators, like Roberto and other people about like what you should be doing as a creator right now. Like what's one of the lessons that you've learned so far, like from you starting? One of the biggest lessons.
I think it's so interesting that you asked me that because again, I had one channel that I was working on for 4 years, and then I decided to start completely over on YouTube this year. So I've tried to take all the lessons I learned over the past 4 years and apply them to this new channel that I'm working on now. And I think one of the biggest things that I have learned over the past 4 years is that when I put out a video, I need to be intentional about the videos that I put out. Like I talked to you about earlier, my first 20 videos so far have been all Apple, and that's been intentional because what I'm trying to do is get YouTube to recommend the. Actually, what I'm trying to do is that when somebody watches my video, the next video that's recommended to them is another one of my videos. And the way that I can do that, and the way that I can set YouTube up to do that for me, is to make sure that all my videos have some type of common thread, and in case be an Apple. So that's how I get the YouTube system to recommend your next video that you watch be from me if you're watching one of my videos already, and keep that loop going, hopefully. And then that way you can get more viewers in, because again, you have to be intentional about what you're doing on YouTube, because again, there's so much competition. You don't really want to, you got to have a plan. If you want to grow a channel in 2022 on YouTube, you got to approach it with a plan. If you don't have a plan, you're not going to get far very fast. So have a plan.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like me and you, like our kind of approaches to the channel is different, but we both have a plan. So I think that's one thing for these new creators is that you don't always have to do, what somebody tells you to do. Really, I
Right.
mean, really advice is basically, it's something you put in that jar, right? You can take advice from a million people, but just pick out and choose what you think will work for you. But your plan could be totally different from someone else, and it doesn't mean that you can't be
Yep.
successful. So yeah, you never just want to like follow the crowd. You never like do what you want to do, even if you doing what you want to do is following the crowd. Just don't follow the crowd just because that's what you think you should be doing. Do it because you want to do it, and that's like one of those lessons I think younger creators or creators who are starting out, because you old man. Um, but yeah, that's one of the tough lessons is just like what really is going to work and thinking long term, because I think like for me a YouTube career, when I hear the word career, I think like 10, 15, 20 years. But the reality is we haven't even had a YouTube creator for 20 years yet, right? We just a lot of us are just hitting like 15.
Right.
So the reality of being a YouTube creator for 10 years is tough, and a lot of people don't make it for various reasons. So,
The
and, go ahead.
the average lifespan of a YouTuber is 3 to 5 years.
Hmm. See, I didn't know that fact. I knew it wasn't long, but yeah,
Yeah,
from
it's
three
not
to five
long.
years.
Yep.
Yeah, and I think, and then I think a lot of people we don't ask ourselves like exactly why. Like I think the easy answer is burnout. The easy answer is one of those things, which is true. But I think the reality is that I think sometimes with being a creator, what you really know, what you really think about the amount of work that goes into it is not enough. It is way more work, and it is really tough to maintain it. And with most curators, they don't keep growing and growing and growing. The reality is most creators, we don't have the Mr. Beast story where we're doing it and we're just growing. A lot of times creators, they grow to a certain point, they get successful, and then at that point it kind of plateaus. Right now they're in the maintain phase where they want to maintain those numbers that they're getting. And also a lot of us, those numbers do go down. Right, some videos may perform well than others, but most people don't just keep growing. So now when you hit that point, what are you going to do? Like, what do you do? Are you happy with that, or is it going to make you sad? Right? Or if you're relying on something else, and that's a tough conversation. I wanted to do like a video talking about that and just kind of diving into like the realness of what it is to be a creator for over 10 years, because I think that's what a career is. A lot of people can have a good 3 years, but when you hit that 10-year mark, it's things are going to change a little bit.
Yeah, like you said earlier, it's all about just having passion and enjoying what you do. You've been around so long because obviously you enjoy making tech content and you're very good at it. But more importantly than anything, you enjoy making this content. So because you enjoy what you do, you've been around, you've been able to stick around so long, and you know how to make content that is relevant to the time. That's the other thing. Because it's not just about loving what you do, it's about making content that is continuously relevant year over year. And that's easier to do in tech a little bit than other niches, but you still have to want to do that, and you've been doing it well, man.
Yeah, that evergreen content. That's what we
Hmm.
call it. That when you make a video talking about how to set up your iPhone or something, you make it this year. That video search results, the title is going to be relevant 100 years down the road because people are going to be looking like, how do I set up my iPhone? So yeah, definitely in tech. I'm glad you brought up that point. The tech is definitely a good category for it because I think some people. I talk to some people. They think like back in the day, I was getting like hundreds of thousands of views for my videos, which I never was. Like I think the most for this entire channel, like an average view for my video over like the first, I don't know, 6 months was like 55,000. Right. It's just that when people go back and look at my old videos, like, they've just been on the platform for so long, like people just keep watching them. So Yeah, the expectation is definitely should be definitely different. But let me catch up to some of this chat, man. I've been slacking. We got Jack Kelly. What's up? What's up? What's up? Uh, let's see. Oh, yeah, we got some super chats coming. Oh, Rich Lux back again, living that luxury life. You popping those bottles today? We got 4.99 super chat. Appreciate that. I think a lot of us want to know what slowed down your uploads. Who missed your videos? I think uploading all the time helps. Yeah, good question. Yeah, so I kind of I hit on that a little bit, but yeah, like you said, I've been doing this for a long time, and a few years ago is when I took a big break where I just stopped doing like YouTube videos, or I was doing them very slow. Like I was going from like uploading 3, 4 times a week to once a month or something. So that was a combination of just a little bit of burnout, personal stuff, just a bunch of things happened at that point, and so it took me kind of a couple years to get out of that. But yeah, but now, like ever since I've been back for like the last 3, 4, 5 years or so, I'm making videos, but yeah, I don't make videos, three multiple times a week. Um, but I am making videos, but it is kind of weird. I do get almost every video. Someone says, "Why haven't you uploaded in 5 years?" I'm like, I'm uploading. I'm uploading.
The 5 years.
Hit that notification bell if that still works or whatever. But I'm uploading, so that used to bother me. I'm like, man, I'm making it, but now like whatever. Like I can't control that. I can try my best to work on thumbnails and all that stuff, but you just hope that people find you again and start watching. But for me, it's just honestly, I can't have that same output. I can do it in spurts. Like I can have 3 weeks where I'm like grinding away, but then I need to take the next 2 weeks off, like not off, but go a little bit slower because we're always working on stuff. But as far as like uploads, so at this point, I'm just trying to pace myself. I think pacing is good to maintain my happiness because I'm the happiest I've been in a long time on this channel. So to me, it's happiness over views. To be honest with you, that's how I'm keeping going, and I'm a lot busier than some people even think because of my
Oh, I
views.
Oh, I can imagine, but you just brought up an important point though. You're happy. And as a creator, it is so important to maintain that happiness because again, like I said earlier, if you're not happy, you're not gonna last long in this business. Like we have to be happy in what we're doing because we're doing a lot of the time we're doing the same thing over and over and over again. And if you're not happy creating the content that you're creating, good luck. It's gonna be rough.
Yeah, like and that goes into just following the trends. There's nothing wrong with it, but if you're not really into that trend, you're just doing it because everyone else is doing it. Eventually, it's going to catch up to you.
Hmm.
And there are channels, man, that had millions of subscribers. They were getting millions of views, hundreds of thousands of views, and they just stopped. Or all of a sudden, the content, the views and stuff goes down. It's great. There's a lot of channels with millions. They get tens of thousands of views. And but the one thing I noticed is that I don't consider that a failure. Like I can, because when I go watch some of their videos, they're still making content and they're happy, right? And that's the most important thing. If you're happy, if you're not happy and getting a lot of views, a lot of people don't last doing that. And like one example, I was actually talking with some people at YouTube about this, about Ray William Johnson. I don't know how many people remember him. He ran the channel Equals Three. I think it's Ray William Johnson as his name now. But at one point, he was like, I think maybe the biggest YouTuber out. He ran that show and it was getting millions of views and stuff. And then all of a sudden he stopped, he took a break, and then he came back making totally different content. He was giving like life advice and stuff like that, which was totally different from the videos of him like showing you viral funny videos and stuff. And he wasn't getting that many views. He went from millions to tens of thousands sometimes. But then he was one of the first ones to really jump on that YouTube Shorts game, and he is killing it with YouTube Shorts now. Like he's one of the biggest Shorts creators. But ever since I noticed a few years ago when he pivoted, he was happy in those videos that he was doing that were getting a little bit of views, and that kind of like made me think and transition from, all right, I want a lot of views, but if I don't get them on every video, hey, if I'm happy with the video, that does wonders for me. So I think, yeah, a good point is definitely going to be
Absolutely.
pacing yourself.
The
All right, let me
marathon, not a sprint.
oh yeah. So BW1 says one of my top videos is even 5 years later is how to turn off your iPhone 10. It's still ranking and getting views, and that's crazy, yo. How to turn, because again, those phones live forever, man. So that
Woo!
evergreen content, yeah, definitely something that I don't think we talk that much about in tech, but that keeps a lot of people going. A lot of people
Oh yeah.
going. All right. Mark 115. I've been loving social content since sixth grade. Sixth grade. Look at that. You're in your junior year of college and you still love my videos. I look great. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. It's the makeup. It's the makeup. I put on some makeup today. All right. Tim Watson, I think it's my brother. All right, has the iPhone reached a tech plateau? What features are on your wish list? I'm gonna let you take that question first. Like,
Has the iPhone reached a tech plateau? Every time we think it has, Apple finds a way to improve upon it every single year. So, no, I don't think it reached a tech plateau. It's just so weird because the camera can always be better, the display can always be better, the features and functionality can always be better. One of the things people have been asking me this year is, Viper, what do you want to see in iOS 16? And the one thing that we have not got on iPhone ever is actual, true multitasking, multi-window, running two apps side by side in different windows at the same time on iPhone. Never had that. Actual, real multitasking, like having floating windows like you do on Samsung. Like just real productivity multitasking that iPhone has never had. And I'm not talking about that stupid app switching that you do when you swipe up and then quick between that. No, that's not multitasking. That's app switching. And then even with that, the other thing that I want on iPhone that we have not gotten for whatever reason is the ability to close multiple apps all at the same time. On
oh,
iPhone, you got to swipe each individual app, and it's so annoying because on Android, you hit one button, boom, they're all gone. So I wish we got a close all button on iOS. That would be great.
and we need a freaking reset button, like or restart button. I just want to restart my iPhone.
Yes,
I don't want to have like turn it off, and I gotta. Oh,
yes.
is the screen all the way black? All right, then we turn it back on. Like, and those are two software buttons that I'm like, why haven't they added that yet? Like, it's
We literally have to do hand gymnastics to restart the iPhone. Volume up, volume down, press and hold. Like, bro, all you do is Android hit restart. What Apple? What are you doing, bro? Timmy,
yeah,
what are you
that
doing?
boy. I'm gonna bring that up. Well, I already did my. I'm gonna bring it up in one of my. If it's the next iPhone, the freaking restart button. God, yeah, but
Seriously.
but yeah, like you said, like it's so the iPhone, as we talked about earlier, like it's so good. Like every iPhone that comes out for the average consumer, it can last you 5, 6, 7 years easy, right? But I think what Apple has been doing, especially with the 13 series, especially 13 Pro, battery life is crazy good, right?
Mm.
Every person cares about battery life with their smartphone, techie or not. And those phones, the battery is the best that I've used on a smartphone. And
Mwah.
then the cameras, what Apple is doing with the video camera department is incredible. Like
Woo.
ProRes, I use it all the time for my videos when I take it when I'm going outside, especially filming. Like that ProRes video is so good. It takes up a lot of freaking storage, but it is so good, and they're separating themselves from everyone else with those things. But those two kind of well, outside of the battery, the ProRes things like ProRes are kind of are still pro features, right? So I think Apple is trying to they need to probably do something like when they first introduced Siri. Everyone can relate to that excitement over it. Okay, Siri, all right, let's talk about it. I think these companies with Apple and everyone else is having a hard time finding those things that appeal to everyone. So that's I think one of the struggles. But like you said with the multitasking, I think they might be saving that for the iPhone Fold or iPhone Foldable, whatever. I think that would be like, all right, now we're going to get multitasking. Now we're going to get that same multitasking that we have like on the iPad and stuff. Yeah, it sucks that we can't get it on like especially with the the current iPhones, but they might be saving it for the foldables.
We shall see. We shall see.
Yeah, yeah. We'll see, man. So we'll see. But yeah, I also kind of feel like Apple, I, they might be at this point. I mean, the iPhone is always going to be there, but definitely, I think this year the rumors are pointing to them kind of going into some different product categories with like AR and VR
Yeah.
and stuff. So they might be looking at, all right, what's the next thing? It's going to be us wearing glasses or things similar to Google Glass? That's going to like be what that Apple Watch was to us, right? The Apple Watch is so good; it just took over the market, and even people who weren't interested in wearing any type of smartwatch, that Apple Watch is so good that it gets people locked in. So they might be looking for that next big thing. But are you interested to see what Apple does with like the AR VR stuff?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Do you remember Focus by Door? Those glasses that came out a couple of years ago?
Yeah, yeah.
I would love to see Apple do something along those lines, like have a pair of glasses that integrate AR into our actual reality, because that would just be amazing. I know this year the big rumor is a mixed reality headset, which is more of a VR type situation, but to have a pair of glasses that implement augmented reality so we can naturally integrate them into the world around us without having to like be out of the world because of the mobility issues. I think that would just be absolutely incredible, and there's no reason why Apple can't do it. I mean, we got the lidar sensor on these iPads and iPhones, so Apple has the depth map data that they need or they should need to be able to make something like AR glasses. So hopefully that is something that is down the road. Don't know, but there are so many things that Apple is working on right now that we just aren't privy to. But hopefully, in the next 5 to 10 years, we shall see something like that.
Yeah, and Apple, like, low key, like, I think it was like 2 years ago, because I love VR, but they snatched up a VR company called, Next VR, and they
Mm.
were the ones that were doing they put, like, virtual reality cameras at sporting events, concerts, and those type of things, and, like, WWE and stuff, and then you can go into the app, and it's kinda like you're sitting in the stadium with other people, and you can watch it. But, yeah, I don't think it made a lot of news, but Apple snatched that company up, like, 2 or 3 years ago, took it off, and so they're not on Oculus. I'm about to say Oculus, but the Meta Quest anymore. So they're definitely working on it, but I think that's going to be Apple's play because it's going to be a hard time kind of catching up with Oculus. Well, at least in the beginning, as far as like the experiences and the games and stuff like that. But they're going to be able to leverage iTunes, right? They're going to need a great app where you can watch or the movies and stuff like you can watch your movies, you can watch concerts, and they have iTunes, they have Apple Music, and they have all those connections with those artists. I think its biggest play is going to be all right. You can come join a concert for $5, $10, and feel like you're actually there. So that's going to be a huge, huge, huge play for them.
Yeah, and I think Apple has already been said that they want no part of the metaverse. Whatever mixed reality headset that they're going to come out with, they're going to have their own reality OS and do things a little differently. They're not going to be part of the metaverse per se. But I don't know. I think the metaverse is going to be hard to avoid here with the introduction of Web3 and everything else that comes with that. So we shall see. Everything's happening so fast, man. As you know, tech move at breakneck speed. Everything's coming straight away.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like Facebook, Meta, no matter what you think about them, like to get to the point with the Quest is like one of the best devices out. But it took a lot of
It is.
years, a lot of knowledge of getting people using it. And so even if Apple jumps into the VR realm, they're not going to have that beta testing phase, right? They're just going to release the product, right?
Right.
For the most part. So those things come with like lessons learned. But I think Apple will start small with it, and then they're going to price that thing expensive. I think it's going to be. I don't
Yeah, the
know.
rumors are like three
I
thousand dollars for the initial set, which
Yeah.
it wouldn't surprise because that's Apple. So
Yeah, and especially, but that's going to be their beta test of
yeah,
everyone
it'll
isn't
be
going to buy it. So
you. You know what it's gonna be like? It's gonna be a lot like the original Galaxy Fold, Z Fold, where
yeah,
everybody who brought it was basically a beta tester for 2 years.
yeah, you couldn't even get that thing in the store, man. Well, you had to buy it in a physical store. You couldn't even buy it online, which
Right.
it sucked. All right, so shout out to Chris B dropping that 9.99. Is that a super chat? What is that? Got a little dancing
It's
dog
a
emoji saying thank you.
yeah super sticker. Yeah.
Oh yeah, super sticker. All right, what's up, Chris? I appreciate that. And everyone in the chat, like you don't drop the money, but we appreciate every single person in here coming out and joining us and
No doubt.
hanging out tonight. What is it, Tuesday night? You don't got to be here, but you're here, and we appreciate every single one of you. I know I'm lacking a little bit on these comments, but let me try to get caught up here a little bit. Uh, let's see. Campwise. Oh, Campwise '05. Hey man, I'm gonna hit you up. Campwise '05 is like one of my first followers or subscribers or whatever on YouTube. Dude, like I was thinking about that the other day. He comments on almost every single one of my videos, man. I appreciate you always stopping by, man. Like literally, he's been there from like the beginning. I think he says my most
Woo.
popular video on my channel is the ice slate. Oh yeah, I did a video. Do you think you'd make a video like that, but for the Apple Car or the Apple TV set? So yeah, my most popular video is like 6 million views, and I did that video on the original iPad rumors, and it was supposed to be. Damn, I'm spitting all over myself, but it was it was supposed to be it was supposed to be like I think the rumors were saying it was going to be called the iSlate at first. So I did a video talking about the iSlate, what Apple doesn't want you to know. That title was no, actually no, it was like the i yeah yes, it was the iSlate, what Apple doesn't want you to know. And originally it didn't do that well, but then for some reason, after the iPad actually got announced a few months later, it just took off, and I was able to do it. So I don't even understand how it got viral, but it did. But yeah, those type of things are kind of crazy. Like so, like for you, I think seen you post on like Twitter and stuff. Like, what was that experience of you like uploading a video and then coming back to it, maybe changing a title or changing the thumbnail? And like, what's that experience of you seeing like any type of performance games? Do you do that type of stuff?
Woo, woo, man, I didn't until this year, so I started doing it this year. And it's funny that you asked me this because I did this on one of my videos about a week or two ago. And when the video came out the gate initially, it didn't have that many views. So I immediately, within the first 15 minutes, changed the thumbnail. I think the video had started off 7 out of 10. So I'm like, all right, I need to do something. So I changed the thumbnail. and oh my goodness, I changed the thumbnail, and it went from 7 out of 10 to like maybe 5, 6 hours later, 1 out of 10. I'm like, okay, this is interesting. So yeah, making those changes within the first hour can be cool to whether or not your video is successful if it starts out pretty bad.
Yeah, and I did a video. I did a sponsorship with Samsung, and the SSD that they sent me was one of the stars of it. Basically, it was the product, but they wanted me to do it where I'm showing you installing it in the PS5. So the original title that I had was more geared towards the SSD or something like that. I can't even remember what it was, but I went back weeks later and I changed it to like how to install an M.2 SSD in your PlayStation 5. And it was accurate. I mean, it was me doing that, but I didn't even talk about like the actual Samsung product title, and that video took off. So yeah, like you said, like the first 24 hours, even weeks later, even months later, like I'm thinking about hitting someone up to redo some thumbnails from some older videos that I think I can do. So it's never too late to get your video, popping again.
Let's talk about that. So your original title was specifically honed in on the Samsung, probably what was it, the P90? I think was the WD9. No, that's P90. No, the P980,
Yeah, the
right? The
980,
980,
yeah,
the
the
Samsung
980 Pro.
980. And that was probably, you had that word in your exact title, right? And then you went back and changed it to a more general title, and it took off. See,
Yeah,
here's the thing: there are 2 billion monthly active users on YouTube. And as much as we love to live in our tech bubble, the majority of people that are on YouTube aren't techies. They're not into tech. They don't know about tech. They don't know the difference between RAM and ROM. They don't know what we're talking about when we say gigabytes of RAM, or they don't know what a Snapdragon 855 or a Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 is. They don't know any of that stuff. So it's important, especially as tech creators, if we want to get our content to appeal to a more broad audience, we have to make our titles a little bit more broad, a little bit more vague, so regular non-techie people can understand them. Nobody knows what the hell a Samsung 980 is, but if you title it "How to Add Storage to Your PS5," you don't open up the floodgate. So that's why your video took off, because you made it more broadly appealing to a bigger audience.
yeah, and that's one of my weaknesses because usually when I finish a video, I hate coming up with a title and the thumbnail. I really hate that,
I
but
hate thumbnails. I'm right there with you. I hate thumbnails, man.
yeah, but it's one of those things that those are things that can. But again, some of my videos have crappy thumbnails and they do really well. It's not a guarantee, but yeah, it's one of those things that you should be thinking about, right? And that title, the good thing is that you can get back and change it. That's one of the best things about the platform and itself with YouTube is that outside of everyone, the tools that you have to be able to alter your video, after you upload it is big. Back in the day, if you messed up, you had to delete that bad boy and re-upload. Now you can
Ouch.
go into the
Woo.
creative studio. Yeah, you can go into the creative studio. You can edit out parts. You can blur out people's faces if you need to blur them out. You can block out the music. You can just block out that segment of that copyrighted music in it instead of having your entire video. Like, man, the creators got it good now. They got it good now. Back in
Oh
the day, it
yeah.
was the Wild Wild West. Good luck getting in contact with someone on YouTube. Like,
Hey,
good luck.
it's still hard to get in contact with somebody on YouTube today, man. That ain't no picnic.
Yeah, yeah, but now you got Twitter. Like, I think I followed some of the accounts. Like, sometimes they apply to people. They reply to people on Twitter. But the biggest thing too is just like you have the knowledge, you have the access to creators, and I think one of the things that
Yes.
I think some people ask you is that like they ask you like how do you get Marquez to come on your podcast or your stream? How do you get all these other creators? And I think I see you tweet like ask like dude, don't
Literally.
be annoying, but ask. And I think the biggest thing that I want younger creators to understand, most of us we love helping people out, like we love seeing that next generation come up and just collabing too. And so yeah, the big thing is just ask, man. Like I know you get that a lot, man.
Not as much as I used to, because I haven't really done much stuff like that lately. But yeah,
Yeah,
back when I was getting bigger creators like yourself and Marquez and Justine on my podcast and live streams, I just went out, I reached out and asked. But here's the thing though, I have been supporting these creators for years before I ever asked them for anything. I mean, I've been in Marquez and Reddit and YouTube comment sections. I've commented on your videos. I've been watching you for a while. I've been watching Justine for years. So long before I ever became a creator, I was supportive in your community. So when I reached, I think most of you all knew who I was. And the other thing that I always talk about when creators want to reach out to a bigger creator for a collab, you better have a body of work, because the first thing that any creator worth their salt is going to do, they're going to go to your channel and see what you're about. They gonna make sure you about that life because you're not about that life. Ain't nobody gonna show their face on your channel for you. They want to make sure that you are serious as about the content creation game as we are. So when somebody goes to my channel, or at least the old one anyway, you're looking at almost over 500 videos. So they're like, all right, Vyyyper ain't playing no game. Vyyyper is in there for the long haul. So you got to have that body of work.
Yeah, and like I said, with the tech community back in the day, we didn't get a lot of like promotion. We weren't on the front page. We weren't on the billboards. Like these companies
We are
weren't
still not
sitting.
a category on YouTube. We still don't get recognized by YouTube. Or we don't even have a tech category on YouTube. If you go to their floor page, there is no tech category, Mark. What is going on here?
Yeah, like it used to be bad. They used to send out surveys, and like, what was your category? They had everything from food to uh eating mussels to the mussels of the sea, or to painting walls. They didn't have tech. I'm like, I had to go to other. I'm like, come on, man. Tech, especially at that point, tech was big, but they rectified that, so on all the surveys and stuff that they send out, they got that. But yeah, but that's how it was. But the good thing that came out of that was that we didn't have to, but we enjoyed doing those collabs and bigging up everyone else, and working together, because we were a family then, and we're a family now. It's a little bit big, a little bit more drama happening now, but
Oh man.
we had to stick together. We had to stick together and do it, because you had to buy every product back in the day for like everything, and so it was tough, but yeah, like you said, and I think it still is that family aspect with it. And YouTube is a way more open. We can't always do stuff but together, but you'd be surprised how much you can get from just asking and
Yep.
getting a part of everything.
Yeah, just being polite. Yep.
Yeah. So let's see, get some of these questions. I actually have been thinking about writing some type of book, camp wise. Nothing like super super, but I have I have been thinking about that. Yeah, I just think has a book. Yeah, a lot of great YouTubers have some books. Madi asks, what did you guys do before YouTube? So for me, when I first started doing YouTube, I was in college, and then I graduated and I got commissioned in the Army. And yeah, so I was mostly in the Army. Then I worked at AT&T at the time as well. I was doing that both before I went full time YouTube. What about you, Mike?
Mhm. Well, oddly enough, before I started doing YouTube, I was working in IT. So
You the it guy.
I wasn't. Not luckily, we are done with the IT phase of my life. I think, at least. I hope I am done with it. But yeah, that's what I was doing when I first started 4 years ago.
Oh yeah. So you was already in the tech. I
Yep.
was freaking. I got my degree in criminal justice. I ain't touched that. I ain't touched that thing once.
You want to know what my degree is in?
What?
Physics. And I
Say
ain't touched
what?
mine either. Physics. Physics. Yeah, and I haven't touched mine either, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy how things turn out, man.
Yeah.
Like life is so weird. Like college is like mostly for the experience and stuff. I mean, learn, kids, get your GPA and stuff. But it's
Yeah.
mostly for the experience of dealing with people from different walks of life. But yeah, man, like it's things can change. But that's one of the things too. Like with your channel, like when it comes to being a creator, like you have to be willing to pivot and think a little bit about what you want to do. I hate the question of like, where do you see yourself in like 5 years and stuff, because I don't know, man. Like, I mean, who really knows? But there is something to kind of like have some type of like thing that you might be trying to achieve, but always be willing to adapt, because this thing changes. It changes so much.
Yeah.
All right, so
Yeah.
Rich Luck saying Super Bowl. Who got in the Super Bowl? I can't. Man, the Rams left St. Louis, and Stan Kroenke, like he trashed the city. I can't. Me and John Rettinger, like John tried to get. I can't. I like the players. Like I love the coach. Like I can't root for the Rams. I'm rooting for Kroenke, and I'm like I can't do it. I can't do it. So I don't know. I'm not gonna root for anyone, but I want to root for the Rams, but I can't. Who you got winning, man?
I don't have a dog in the fight either. I'm a Bear fan, obviously being from Chicago, but I think the Rams are going to
Yeah.
win the game.
Yeah. Unless the Bengals can pull out some miracle, but the Rams and that defense, I mean, it's gonna be tough.
Yeah. Yeah, that
It's gonna
defense
be
is going to
tough,
get
but
after it. Yep.
I think it is like the way these playoffs have been going. I think it's gonna come down to the why. It's gonna come down to that fourth quarter, last 2 minutes.
You
Somebody
know,
gonna be on
we
the
got
clock.
four though. Like three weeks ago, we got four by the Chief Bill game.
Yep.
We got four, bro. And that was the best football game of the last probably 5 years. Like we got spoiled.
Oh yeah. I got my boy Nathan Mixon in here. Me and him went to college together, Lincoln University. He
Oh
was in
wow,
ROTC.
okay.
He runs a fitness channel. So you trying to get in shape? I need to start watching your content a little bit more because I'm out of shape. But he does a lot of great stuff. He just put up a video of his Tesla, pimping out his Tesla that he got. Yeah, check him out, man. And behind the wheel, MKBHD shirt. Yeah, Vyyyper got that hoodie.
Got the hoodie, yep.
Hoodie. Yeah,
Hoodie light, baby.
that matte black hoodie. Oh yeah. All right. You rescheduled your coffee talk for tomorrow.
Yeah, there will be no coffee talk tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'll
So
be watching
explain to people. Yeah, explain to people like what that is. Like, what do you do with that?
Okay, so I don't know how many of y'all are familiar, but well, not new anymore, but there's a newer platform out there called Clubhouse. It is an audio only platform. There's no video or anything like that. It's just basically people getting together in a room, and it's audio only. And every morning on Clubhouse, I host a room called Coffee Talk, where I get different people from all walks of life together, and we talk about pretty much anything and everything from current events to what's happening in people's lives to content creation and YouTube. So we talk about anything and everything. It's literally a melting pot of conversation. I host this room every weekday morning on Clubhouse, and there will be no coffee talk tomorrow morning because I'll be busy watching the Samsung event, which is starting at 10 a.m. Eastern. So that's where my attention will be.
Oh yeah, yeah. Samsung Unpacked tomorrow. That's gonna be.
That's right, baby. Let's
It's
go.
always like Christmas Eve, man. Before these big events, I still get excited. So get a little giddy. Get a
How
little
are
giddy.
you?
All right.
How are you feeling personally about the return to in-person events? Are you looking forward to, it, or are you still thinking we should wait a little bit longer before we get back to in-person? How do you feel?
These companies have been asking that same question, and I think, well, for me, it's really the events. I don't mind, like the unpacked events and stuff. For me, it's the press briefings that
Mm.
you're going out literally for a few hours. Like you're traveling somewhere for literally like for 2 hours that you have access to some of these products and stuff, and then you go home. Like some of my trips, I do same day trips. Like I've done that to New York many times, or I'm going in for one day, flying out the next. So those type of things I think can remain mostly virtual, especially if they're doing review units. They're sending out review units before time. Like I don't mind like the big ones, but some of the other ones where I really want to see it, but as far as like the big events like Unpacked, like Samsung does the big Unpack where they got the lights and the show, like it's all that stuff. I love those. I do miss those, and because those events and like even CES is like the family reunion for us techies. I think we
Mm-hmm.
are the number one category as far as like we see each other normally. We see each other so much that does build that bond. It does help with the community, and then that's the best way to get in contact with these brands and stuff. So I miss the big events, but like the smaller press briefings and stuff. I don't know. I can do away with like half of those for a year.
Well, man, like get him out of here. Get him out of here.
Yeah, man. God, because I mean, it's, like sometimes you're traveling multiple times a week, man. It's just like But yeah, I love these virtual ones, man. Oh yeah,
No, that's
Bowman
understandable.
says he took those day trips back and forth. Yeah, yeah, man. Y'all go check out Bowman too, man. Another techie. We got some good people in here, man. Good chat. We got Fly Phoenix in here. Does like a fitness channel. The show.
Yeah, I got
Trying to get everyone in here. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, all right. Is there anything like you're like looking forward to the most this year? It doesn't have to be smartphones. It really, I mean, really anything. Like what when it comes, well, at least let's probably focus on maybe as a creator. Like, is there anything that you might be wanting to kind of explore a little bit more or hone up or kind of like get better at this year as a creator?
I am literally this year trying to become more of a student of YouTube and understanding how the platform works. It was pretty difficult with the first channel because there was a bunch of barriers that was holding back my content. A lot of times they got restricted and different things like that, and I could never really get a accurate gauge of how my videos were doing and different things like that because the channel just wasn't growing because this, that, and the other. But now that I got a fresh start this year, everything is start clean slate, and now I get a chance to see what worked, what doesn't work, and try different things and tactics like changing thumbnails, changing titles, uh, making certain types of content, different things like that. So on Wednesday, I'm gonna do a response video to I think the about the S22 Ultra. and that will be my first Android video on the new channel. I'm curious to see how that does, because I think the thing with tech YouTube is that Android people will watch Apple content, but Apple people normally will not watch, or they do not care about Android content. So I want to see how that Samsung video does when I put it out on Wednesday. So I'm interested to see how that does, and just go from there. Just learn more about the platform.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's the thing, man. Big or small, young, old, no matter what the category is on YouTube, like it's a pivot. It's never ending as far as like learning what you can do better and going with the flow. Like that's the toughest thing. But once you get in that rhythm, get into good rhythm, get into good pace as a creator, you know it, because you're working hard, you're working those long hours, but you're not like mad at it. And that was a big thing. A few years ago, I was like, oh God dang. but now like literally I've been working a lot of hours and doing a lot of stuff, but I'm like happy. Like I'm enjoying most of it. The editing sometimes is like, but I'm enjoying the vast majority of it. That's the one thing, man, to everyone, and I think everyone can apply that to like anything in their life, right? You don't have to be a creator. Somebody said
No,
Bitcoin's pumping. Oh man, that crypto. God, I wish I would have gotten to Bitcoin back in the day. Oh gosh,
you either
tell
be
it,
rich or
man.
broke. You be rich or you be
Yep.
broke.
Amen. Dang,
So,
that's $100.
so what about you? What about you, Mr. Sojino? Best, what are you looking forward to most this year in your journey, man?
Honestly, I've been saying this for the last couple of years. Live streaming. I really want to start doing more live streaming.
Ooh,
I love this
yes.
format. So I've been doing some Amazon live streams last year, which have been fun. So Amazon Live is where you can, it's on Amazon obviously, but you can talk about products and you can have the products in the carousel. So that's great for like affiliate sales and stuff like that. But it's a different type of platform. But yeah, that's definitely on YouTube. I want to start doing more live content. I think it's just a fun format. I love interacting with the chat and stuff. And then after that, it's really, you know, I've been really trying to focus on my brand deals and partnerships and kind of come from a different angle instead of just trying to get, this one video sponsor on YouTube, but building these relationships to where it's constant stuff throughout. So I've been doing a bunch of stuff with like HP, and I got some other brands that I'm working on. I'm even working on some stuff where it's not even going on my channel. I'm
Mm.
doing stuff that they're posting on their channels and stuff, and I think that's a really cool like way to look at it. So I'm really looking at it like extending my brand deals to where my biggest thing, I just like AdSense is a bonus. I mean, that's one of the things the last 2 years I wanted AdSense to be a bonus for me and to be able to do all these other brand deals and to know that, okay, I know I got this coming in. So that's been one of those things I've been trying to focus on the most. And yeah, but really this year it's really just about keeping my pacing, keeping the time and live streaming and doing more stuff like this, man.
Yes, sir.
Huh.
Live stream all the things, baby. Live stream all the things.
Oh yeah. All right. Like so we originally had this kind of like scheduled for like an hour or so. There's some cool stuff kind of behind this. Can't say anything, but for this stream. But real quick in the chat, y'all, like let us know how did you like the stream quality? Because we're actually both streaming right now on our smartphones for this type of format. But yeah, let us know what you think about the like the video quality, the audio quality. How did everything sound? Just drop something real quick in the chat room. We'll appreciate that. But what phone are you on right now, Byte?
I am streaming from my iPhone 13 Pro.
All right, same here. iPhone 13 Pro here. Looking, telling you, man. Yeah.
Why
Dang
the
it.
hell does your video look so much better than mine? And we streaming from the same phone. I must have my light must be off. I don't know how it's off. It must be off.
Let me look on the stream. I think your video looks good. Let me blow it up.
Don't look like yours.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah, I
going
think it
wrong
looks.
over here.
Oh man, it's that. I don't know.
Jonathan, to answer your question, I am live streaming tomorrow night. The lounge is gonna be open tomorrow night, so I'm definitely gonna be talking about the Sampling event at the lounge tomorrow. Maybe we can get my man Best to come stop by. I don't know. We'll see.
Oh yeah. The lounge. The
Yeah.
lounge.
Every Wednesday night, baby. Yes, sir. The lounge is open.
Yeah, hit me up. Hit me up. I'll be able to stop by. I'll be able to stop by.
Cool.
All right, so y'all, yeah. So again, shout out to Vype for stopping through. This was fun, and everyone in the chat, man. I appreciate y'all hanging out. So again, I got all of Vype's links down below in the description. His YouTube channel, his social media links. So do go give him a check out. Do go check him out. The biggest energy in tech right now. He pumps me up. Outside of my coffee.
I appreciate y'all.
Pumps me up. Yeah,
Just
man.
so y'all
All right,
know,
so y'all. Oh, go ahead.
Okay, just so you all know, I have, like you said, I got two YouTube channels. The Man About Tech channel where I post regular videos. The other link down there for my live stream channel called Vyyyper Live. So if you just want to see like regular videos, you can click on the Man About Tech and find me. If you want to check out the live streams, then the other link is down there for that. So yeah, appreciate y'all being here and hanging out with us tonight. So thank you. And thank you for having me, dude. Appreciate you.
Oh man. Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. All right, we're out of here. So y'all take it easy. So yeah, we'll both be talking about Samsung Unpacked definitely on our Twitter and stuff like that. And of course, like going to have a stream tomorrow night. So make sure you guys come through. But for now, I want you guys to take it easy for the rest of the night. Have some fun. Drink some drink whatever you want to drink. Drink water before you drink whatever you want to drink. Have a good have a good time. And y'all take it easy, man. Peace out.
Peace.
All right, so I ended the stream. Can you still see me and hear me? No.